I'm Scott Hansen. I'm a professor at Southern Utah University, and this module of SolidWorks will include instruction on how to create the part shown at the left. So we'll left click on the little white piece of paper, left click on Part, left click on OK, and we'll wait for SolidWorks to load up our template. And then we'll move the cursor to the Sketch tab, left click once, left click on the sketch icon. We'll move our cursor over the front plane. When it becomes highlighted, we'll left click once. Then we'll right click and left click on Display Grid. And then we'll start by sketching out the original sketch that is used to create this part shown at the left. So I'll move my cursor up here to the Line command, left click one time, and we'll left click and just drag a line over, a line up, and we'll lock this last one in on the very edge of the part. So we have something that looks similar to what is shown. We'll right click, left click on Select, then we'll dimension this part. We'll move the cursor to the Smart Dimension command, left click one time, and we'll left click on the bottom edge. The overall length is 2.5, so we'll enter 2.5, and then we'll right click, left click on Select. Now if our geometry gets messed up, for lack of a better term, we'll just simply move our cursor to the portion we want to move. Once it becomes highlighted, we left click and just push the left mouse button down, and we'll just move this geometry to where we need it. And then we'll wheel out and wheel it back, move it over just a hair, and then we'll left click on the green check mark, gets us out of the command there, and we'll continue dimensioning. So we'll left click on Smart Dimension, we'll left click on the very top of the part, the very bottom of the part, and this is supposed to be 1.25. We'll left click on this portion here, and that should be 0.25. This portion in here should be 0.75, and we can add a 0.25 here. That'll over define it, and that's not shown in the drawing, but it won't hurt to leave that there. Then we'll need to draw a line coming off this area up here. Right click, select, and we'll dimension that to 30 degrees. With 30, enter. And then we'll right click, select. These were supposed to be tied in. I'm not sure why that didn't lock. Anyway, we'll just move it over there for the exercise here. And we should have everything that we need. We need one more dimension up here on top. This is supposed to be 1. And it looks like we're still going to be moving this over, even though that was constrained. It's supposed to have been constrained on the upper edge there. So we have something that looks similar to what is shown. And this very last dimension should be 0.75. And we'll left click on the green check mark. I'm going to delete this line that we used to create that 30-degree angle. As long as we don't drag that geometry around, we'll be good. We're going to delete something that's dimensioned. Then we'll right click, left click on Exit Sketch, and we'll left click on the Features tab, left click on Extruded Boss Base, and we'll enter a 1, and then we'll flip it going the other way just because, and we'll left click on the green check mark. And I'm going to left click out here in space. Now we'll move our cursor to this front surface. We'll right click, left click on Sketch. We'll left click on the circle command. We'll drag a circle down to this area here. We'll left click, right click, select. We'll left click on the Smart Dimension command, and we'll drag the cursor out. This needs to be a 1-inch circle, and left click on the green check mark. Now if you see, I accidentally, on purpose, we extruded it to a distance that's not correct. So we'll simply extrude this. We'll finish putting our dimensions on first. So we'll left click on the center of the circle, move it to the outside edge, and we'll left click on the outside edge in the center and enter 0.625, and we'll do the same thing for the bottom. 0.625, hit enter, and we'll right click. Now we'll need to exit out of here so that we can go back and repair the original extrusion. So we'll left click on exit sketch, move our cursor over to the boss extrude command, we'll right click, left click on edit feature, and we'll enter 1.5, and then left click on the green check mark, and then we'll go back to this original sketch, right click on sketch 2, left click on edit sketch, and we'll scroll out just a little, and then we'll create a rectangle. Left click on the rectangle command, and we'll left click anywhere along this line, left click again, then right click, select, we'll left click on Smart Dimension, now left click on 0.25, and then we'll enter a 1 for the length of this slot. And then we'll enter 0.1 for its location from the bottom. Then we'll right click, left click on select, right click again, exit sketch. We'll left click on extrude. Oops, we're going to left click on extruded cut. So we'll left click on extruded cut, move our cursor to this geometry, and we may have a problem because it intersects this other plane, and I'm not sure why we're not allowed to select more than one piece there. And what we'll do is hit the select key while we're selecting both of those. Hold down the shift key, and then we'll hit extrude cut, and there they both go. So you'll need to hold down the shift key while you select each one of the lines, and we'll left click, we'll enter a 2 here first, and then we'll left click on the green check mark, and we'll left click out here in space, and we now have our finished part. And that concludes this module on how to create a simple part.